channel. It's Sabrina here.
I'm Jasmine.
And we're going to talk about basically, but first, let me talk about how I didn't upload for a long time. I'm so sad that you guys know I went to China for we went to China for 6 weeks. And I lost all the I lost all the footage from China when I was leaving, so I wasn't able to like upload. Yeah, I lost it. Yeah, so I couldn't upload. So, and then when I got here, I went to work, school. I was busy, so I was not able to upload at all, and I was not able to do anything but school and work. But now that I have some time, we gonna talk about some things.
Right. 2 months later, we finally get to talk about it.
Yeah,
I haven't really debriefed about how was China.
Exactly. So basically our experience, because I feel like we have somewhat of a similar experience. We went to China together on a program, and we both go to the same school, so that's why we're here together. But basically, I want to say what was your first experience there when you first got there? Because I got there before you did. So what's your first experience?
Okay, the taxi. So the taxi, when I first got to China, I didn't know any Chinese at all, so I'm thinking it wasn't going to be as hard as it was, but communication was very terrible. I practiced Chinese skills before I got there, so I thought I was a little versed in my, Mandarin. But then when I actually got there, all that went out the window. I couldn't remember not one word. I couldn't understand one word. So basically, these random Chinese men helped me get a cab, and thankfully for the program, they gave us guide cards that had Chinese on it to get us where we needed to go. So I showed them the car, and they got me a taxi, and it was a long 45-minute drive to the International House.
Yeah, the university, pretty much.
And the taxi man tried to let me off at the wrong spot. It was real dead dark, so I was just like, mind you, it's so much hills, and like literally, like you probably would die trying to pull your suitcase up the hill. It's worse than here. That's my first experience.
Yeah.
When I got to the bottom of the hill, I had to carry all my luggage up the hill. Didn't know where I was going. I almost cried, but I thought I only had 5 minutes to get to the door before they locked me out, so I just had to push. I broke a sweat. It was so hot. It was so hot. I broke a sweat and made it to the top of the hill, and then that's when we seen the shofu, which is the dorm.
He's everything.
Like
he was the RA. He was the maintenance man. He was shofu means it mean uncle, like
master.
Yeah, uncle, master. Pretty much is a respective like title. That's what he has, but he pretty much did everything.
He was the house man.
He was the house man, the house daddy, the maintenance, everything. So basically my first experience while being black in China, I want to say, let's elaborate on that,
because that's how she said we got the same experiences, we had different experiences.
Yeah, so being black in China is my first real experience. I knew I was black in China, and I knew I was different when I stepped foot on that airport in China, and everybody was staring. No, actually, when we was in Finland. Finland, because you know how like you go to your own section where everybody in a plane is going together, and I realized that everybody, first of all, when I got to Finland, it was only 5 black people, and I counted it. It was,
and 4 was coming to China, right?
Yeah, 4 people. And 4 people was going to China with me. So, and there was only 4 of us that was black, and then we went to our little what's it called when you taking your flight?
Like a gate?
Yeah, we went to our gate, and all these Chinese people were there, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is real. And my first experience, I was on the plane. I was sleeping, you guys. I was laying down sleeping peacefully, and literally I opened my eyes, and this lady was just staring at me, literally hunched over, and she was like, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, what the F? So basically that was my first experience. And then when I got to the airport in China, literally everybody was staring at me, and everybody just breaking their neck like, what are you doing here? Who are you? It's like, yeah, that was our first experience when we got there. And pretty much overall, I experienced a whole bunch of culture shock. What it mean to you for you to be black in China? Because you're lighter than I am.
So she had braids, so that's new to them too. They wanted to touch that. See, I had weave, so I had black hair. So
it was more like bundles. She had bundles.
Yeah, bundles. So it's low key, I blended in with them, but like because I was a little different, I think because like my shape and stuff, I'm different. So like I got stares to where it's just like, we know you not from here, but we don't know where you from. So it was just like a little awkward for them. So I was able to like breeze by or whatever. But my first day in China, I went to the canteens, which is where we ate. And one of our other fellow rattlers had showed us around, and it was this woman. She was walking her mom around the street, and she gave me the dirtiest look twice. like, what are you doing here? And I was just like, first time, you know, I was like, okay, you know, I'm new, so I'm gonna let that slide. Then we cut the block, came back around, and she gave me the same stare, and I'm like, dang. You still mad? But basically, they didn't really show me any attention because they really didn't know where I came from. But when I took my weave out like the last week, then they started to notice, like,
they saw the real roots.
Right, so it was
they saw the real
they started
roots.
paying attention just a bit. But yeah, we had totally different experience.
Yeah,
I was ignored.
Well, for me, I was darker and I had twists in my hair. If you're going to China, this is advice. If you're going to China, but I think you should do it too anyway, just to see what I felt. Basically, if you're gonna go to China, yeah,
so you're gonna need braids too.
Exactly. So I went to China with braids on, like braids in, and basically there was pretty much, I was experiencing like a culture shock and people touching my hair. And I'm from Miami, so when you're from Miami, people staring at you, you like, what you looking at? And but I quickly had to get to learn that like when you're in China, that's just the culture. People are gonna stare at you. And literally, I was out in public, and people would randomly come and start touching my hair and don't ask me no permission. And if they did, I wouldn't understand when I first got there. They would touch my hair and ask me questions like, oh, did your hair, how long it took for your hair to grow like that? Is that your real hair?
They probably learned that off of context clues.
Yeah, context clues.
They didn't know what they were talking
exactly.
about.
And then I remember we met this girl named Miranda, and she was telling me that like they think that it's magic. Like our hair, like the braids that was in my hair, they thought it was magic because they have not seen stuff like that before.
But they sell the hair in China.
They do, but they don't do hair like that.
They don't do hair, but they sell it. So it's just crazy that they don't know where that stuff goes.
Yeah, so, and there's another thing too. We went to Chongqing, China, and I would consider that the real China.
Like urbanized, ain't caught up to the Industrial Revolution China, where...
No, don't get us wrong. There was some nice places in there.
Oh yeah, it's a nice place. It's a nice... I used to call it the most ugliest beautiful town because like it was so big. It kind of reminded me of New York, but like on 1,000 because the population is so huge. Like it's 130 million people in that one city. So like the buildings are stacked, like the tall skyscrapers. It was everywhere. So in that breath, it was very beautiful as far as some of the landscapes, the water, the bridges, the train, monorail train, all that stuff was nice and the lights, but everything looked kind of a little old. certain part, and then the way they upkeep it is different. It's real different, whatever.
The only thing I didn't like was the water. The water was dirty. Yeah, it was never blue,
mud brown or algae green. Like you couldn't drink the water. That's how you know.
You couldn't drink it because your body is not used to it. Because when you go into a different country, that's another thing. Don't drink the water because your body is not used to that water. So
you don't probably even drink the water.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get sick if you're gonna go to another country. But that's pretty much, you can't drink that same water. You have to drink not tap water, bottled water.
Like they had little blue jugs of water delivered to their doorsteps all the time. Like the water was never safe. Not even for your noodles. You had to eat the bottled water. Like serious tip.
Okay, what's your second culture shock when being black in China? Your second one. Mine was when basically when everybody would see me and they would take pictures, like randomly taking pictures of me was my second culture shock. Was like I was like, oh, okay, like are you trying to be funny? But then as time progressed, I became comfortable with taking pictures with people. I became like, pretty much when you're in China, it's like you're a celebrity basically. Literally, it's a new kind of fame.
They want to be friends with you. They want to do what you're doing. They want to know how you know what you're doing. Me, I don't remember many pictures unless I was with them. So I was that friend with the famous people. But
you was on to
my culture shock wasn't necessarily being black, but just being American in general. Like, first it was hot, and they don't really care for AC like that. Like, it's around, but not really. And then it was in the mountains, so on the hot, it was a lot of stairs and hills. Like, we had these death stairs in the back of our dorms, and that's the only way you really had to. I mean, unless you walk all the way to go up a hill, the stairs was like BMU death stairs, but like ×5, and it was different. So my culture shock was I didn't really want to leave my room a lot because I didn't like the weather, and I didn't like to walk. It was a lot of walking. It was a lot. They made me walk 6 miles my first day. So every time they asked me, do I want to go somewhere, I always decline because I'm just like, it's going to take that long. I don't want to go. But then I learned later that they didn't know where they was going, so they took the long way, and it was a short way after that. But it took me like 2 weeks to realize that they found the new route. So then I started going out with them. Before that, I just in my room watch movies. I watch hella movies. I watch a lot of like 2 movies a day for the 5 weeks.
For the 5 weeks, yeah. Nah, I was exploring. Okay, like me. This is a new country. Like, if you guys are considering going to China or any country, period, I say to explore, because you have to take pictures. Like, you have to look back and be like, oh my gosh, this is a memory I had while I was there. Like, you have to look back. I constantly look at my phone and scroll through my pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember doing this. I remember being on a boat. I remember doing this. So I think it's essential for you guys to take pictures and explore, do all the stuff that you know you wouldn't do in America. Like, I know I wouldn't walk in America ever. I have a car, like, I would not. But I was in China, everybody, it was a norm, so you fit into the norm, and you start doing
Traffic
stuff.
was in the street.
Yeah, and it's a lot of, it was hot. Yes, I got, literally when I got there, I was dark. I'm still dark, but I got darker because of walking in the sun.
I don't know if I did,
but another thing Chinese people do though, is that they have their little sun umbrellas. Sun umbrella, guys.
Not for rain.
Not for rain. They trying to protect their colors, and they have a sun umbrella. It was my first time seeing an actual sun umbrella, because don't nobody in the United States wear a sun umbrella. Like, if it's hot outside and sunny, we don't wear umbrellas. We just walk around, shade or whatever. But they had sun umbrellas, and they were cute. Everybody's sun
wasn't meant for the rain.
Exactly.
Like, the material would have got messed up in the rain.
Because it's so light. So, and then everybody has their own personal fashion. So, yeah, that was another thing too. Yeah,
fashion.
I love the fashion in China,
and they love, like, the women. Wearing heels was nothing. Like, they'll be in the kitchen in the cafeteria with their little pumps,
wearing heels,
and they socks, little kid heels or whatever, wedges. Like, they didn't care. Like, they really took looking good to, like, an extent. Like, that was like, I actually got some inspiration from their fashion.
Their fashion. No, yo, I love their fashion. Honestly,
shopping was not easy. I didn't really get no clothes.
No, literally, I brought some clothes from China. If you're going to China, don't go thinking you're about to go there. If you're like me and a little curvy and we got boobies, don't go to China thinking you're going to find something that fit.
Because their clothes are very petite.
They're made for their body.
Everybody, the women are very, like, up and down. They used to walk in. They have a strict diet. Ooh, oh my gosh. So they're really little. Their clothes just fit so different. So trying their clothes, it barely went over my head. And they know it, because they look at you, they be like, no. Too small.
Too
like,
small.
They know. You like,
and they're
I know my size. I know I'm a medium. And you put it on, you be like, Lord, like, how?
And that's not to cut her off, that's another thing. They're blunt. Like, their culture is so blunt. Like, they would look at you, you go to the store or the market to go shop, and then they would be like, no, that's not gonna fit you. You don't need to try it on.
Put it back.
Like, United States people, they're like, okay, shop around. You don't even know what I'm shopping for if I'm shopping for somebody else. They automatically assume that you shopping for yourself. And you're like, no, that dress is not gonna fit.
Right. I tried to buy a short, it was like a mini skirt, a gray skirt, and the man that worked there, he was like, no, this is too small for you. Try this one over here. And it was like a longer skirt, bigger, and I'm just like, okay, you might, on that one, I was like, you know what, you would look right, because that was just too short. But it's just, they vary. Like,
and then honestly, it's all a language barrier. We're just reading the sign. Like, we don't even understand what he's saying, but we just automatically assume he's like, no. Like no. You know.
Ciao.
That's just culture. Like, yeah.
We knew
we didn't know no Chinese at that time, like, or Mandarin at all. But over time we learned some some Mandarin in class.
So you know how they have that I guess it's a stereotype or myth that all Chinese people are the same.
Look alike. I think that's a lie. If you have
really
not been to China, you would never know that all Chinese people do not look alike. What you say?
I said they don't look alike, but they all got 2 or 3 twins. Or they got a triplet that look like them because they
all have the same. No, because they all the same size.
Yeah, and
so
like,
you can get mistaken.
Some faces are similar, but like for the most part, you can know the difference. Like, but it's funny because like they don't really know. Like, okay, there could be all the countries in one place, and they really don't know who's who unless you start speaking. Because everybody has their own dialect, everybody has their own way. Like Chinese people. Like Japanese people, they bow and they use their hands. Chinese people really don't, so that's how they really know the difference between Chinese and Japanese. When like Korea has their own dialect of the language, so that's the only way they know how to distinguish between the two. But I asked my kung fu teacher, you know, how do you tell the difference? He was like, I don't know. Like they don't know. Like we don't know. They don't know.
And then another thing too, people think that Chinese is like everybody understand. Everybody has their own personal Chinese dialect.
So not everybody speaks the same
exactly. So we learned Mandarin. We didn't learn Chinese.
Or Chongqing.
Yeah, we learned Mandarin, like
slang.
The standard language where everybody understand each other, because Chinese is different languages, and we also learn symbols too, characters. Yeah. And we did calligraphy. Like literally, it was an amazing experience, you guys.
It was funny because when I was there, I was counting down the days when I would leave breakfast. I miss fast food, cereal. Like I don't think I ever ate cheese while I was there. Like they didn't have no type of dairy for real.
Like don't nobody listen. If you're gonna go to China, don't talk about no religion, because nobody's gonna talk about religion to you. So don't speak about religion. Don't talk about anything that you would do in them. Just do your research pretty much before you go to the countries, because you don't want to disrespect anybody. Mind you, you're in a different country and their law is different, their structure is different. So you don't want to go there going to jail, and their jail is different. You can go to jail for any reason or any situation. So China, their government system is different. I promise, no one talks about religion like the United States. Freedom of speech, China don't have that. So
you better not though.
So don't go to China and talk about religion.
Just leave in jail. Okay?
Leave that one in the United States or whatever country you're at. Just learn about and do your research. It's a lot of things. I don't even know, honestly, how the government system works, because I try to get information.
I tried to grill them, you know, the way I
did. They're not going to tell you anything.
They run around the questions, so that was really pointless. And I was getting frustrated. I'm like, you know, before y'all put me in jail for freedom of speech, I ain't got time.
Yeah, because they don't really have freedom of speech. And, I mean, but honestly, it's really safe there. Like, you don't hear no siren, no shooting, no nothing. It's literally, you can go out your door and it feel like peace. You can tell.
And it's funny because my parents gave me one rule. They was like, Jazz, don't go anywhere alone. But it's just how things set up. It's just like everybody ain't on the same schedule. So like if you're hungry, you go eat. So I never felt like my life was
in danger at all.
No matter where I was. The only thing I was really scared of was
getting hit by a car. Basically. Because they don't drive reckless.
That's the only thing.
I think they know how to drive.
They just have a different system.
I think they know how to drive.
I don't know how to drive.
I barely see. This is how I would say I think they know how to drive, because I rarely see any crashes. So I would say they know how to drive. They just drive different from Americans. For me, it was reckless because it was too fast and it was no lane. So they created their own lane, and it was kind of like Fast and Furious.
Like, so busted. And it's kind of like a system where you get in, where you fit in. So if they feel like their car was fit, they will get in the same, next to the same person in the same lane.
Right.
So they were just like bobbing and weaving.
Fast and Furious, literally. People, that's probably why the myth came, Asian people can't drive, because they're driving how they drive back home. In the United States, it's not going to work because we don't drive like that. So we don't have the kind of, I guess, awareness. I don't know.
We don't just consider that, you know, they're a little different. And I think that just comes with...
That's what I think.
That's what comes with traveling and really knowing what other people come. You can't really put stereotypes on people unless you really know
unless you've been in that country and you know exactly. Let's talk about the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's my second cultural shock. The bathroom was on the floor.
The toilet was on
They don't have a toilet. The toilet was on the floor.
It was a hole in the floor. You had to squat.
You had to squat.
And sometimes it backfired. But most times they didn't provide tissue, so you carry around your own baby wipes and your own tissue.
They don't. The regular public restroom did not have any toilet paper. You have to carry. Remember, if you go into China, carry your own toilet paper.
Or just get baby wipes and then your own hand sanitizer, and that will just help you every day, because sometimes they ain't gonna have soap, sometimes they're not gonna have toilet tissue, but all the time it's gonna be a stink ass bathroom.
And it's like, it's so crazy. I think that just the way their bathrooms are, they say it's healthier when you squat. Even the nicest like restaurant have the bathroom on the floor, like the toilet is on the floor, and like you have to squat. Literally.
Yeah.
So
another thing was a lot of cigarette smokers. I read that they have as much cigarette smokers as we have in America, which is 530 million, and I believe it.
So
Back to what she was saying about the I said drinking age was 15. She said
they don't have a drinking age, because anybody and everybody could be drinking as long as your parents. That's the difference. China does not have a drinking age, so as long as your parents is okay with it, you're good to drink. That's what my third culture shock.
What's that word?
No, that's a bad word. Don't say it. But so when we went to China, and we went to like the bar, because we're college student, and sometimes we like to get turned. So it was our first time at the bar. Really? So really.
We go to the bar.
Right. So because we thought we was looking for the club, but it wasn't no club.
It was like techno. And they played, when they say, they played a little hip hop or whatever. And it's funny because I don't think the people there that really knew what they was
listening to, but
they didn't even know what they were really wearing. I seen a couple people wearing like nigga shirts and stuff. I'm just like, you only knew they were like Yeezy for president. So they were very cultured,
influenced, but they don't. I don't think they know
or understand.
Because I saw some stuff like the black is but it was a Chinese person wearing this. But it's kind of like, I don't think they're aware of.
What is that stuff? They just see black people wearing it and be like, that person on TV,
but don't really know what it says.
Right. So or what that stands for.
Exactly.
But
really they don't have a drinking age. So if you're 17,
15,
going
14,
to China,
13, 12,
don't drink, because your parents don't like it. Don't do it. But
they don't have China is legal. I never showed my ID. I never had to.
Ever.
They never even asked or cared or wanted to know.
They don't even care.
And we did hookah and beer, and they had like this for the money. Can we talk about the money system? Like that was the most.
The money system.
Craziest.
What about the money system?
Okay, so basically our money hold a lot of weight over there, I suppose. So like for every 15 cents was $1 for them.
Well, it depends, because it fluctuates.
Okay, well,
day by day, yeah.
Oh, day by day?
Because you know, some days I got more money than the next time. Yeah, one time I got more money, because when I first got there, I went to the at the airport. I exchanged some money at the airport, and I think I did $100, and I got $500. Then as the weeks went by,
that's crazy.
I think I did $100 again. I got like 6 something or something like that.
Oh, see, I didn't really get that. I know if I put out 100, it was like 15 or 15.33 or something like that. But
it's about
$15 get you $100 over there. So you would think like, oh, when we see something that's like, okay, so drinks was like $2.50, $3, sometimes $4 wherever you at. So you're like, damn, like I don't spend $4 on a soda, like that's half my meal or something. But you be like, okay, when you put it in real money, it's like, okay, it's only like 75 cents, or like, oh, it might be $2. But then it's like, okay, I got $100 in their money. It cost me $15, and I'm finna buy this shirt that's $90 in their money. And it's just like, after a while, you be thinking like, it's only $15, but then it's like, when them hundreds be going real quick and you gotta re-up, you be like, wait a minute, I'm gonna treat this like a real $100 bill. So that's when you negotiate. So once we learn numbers, it was on, like.
Yeah, negotiation. Like, we, in America, people don't negotiate. You go and that's the price. The price is set.
Right.
Because they do taxes in China. I don't think they even tax.
No tax.
Yeah, they don't tax in China.
Or anything. Like, that's what it was.
So you was able to negotiate. You go there and the lady would be like $500 of yens or RMB.
I ain't got $500. Let's bump it down to $320.
And you tell them, this is how the negotiation works.
You gotta walk away, y'all. You gotta walk away.
You gotta tell them how. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how the negotiation works. So let's say you go to a place and you want that shirt, and the shirt costs $500, right? And you like, oh no, the shirt is too much. Don't try on the shirt. Don't say the shirt is cute, because then they go, no, you gonna pay for the buddy for it.
Right.
So you go there, you be like, what about $450? Oh, how about you go like, no, you go to 400, and they be like, no.
Right.
400 is too much. So they be like 450. Like, okay. You take it, but you go as low as you can and be reasonable.
I tries it. So it's at 120. But how much what's your best offer? And I'd be like 40. And they'd be like, no, boo, 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 boo. That's the word, boo.
Boo means no.
Boo, 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 boo. And you'd be like, okay. So then you'd be like, okay, 60, which is Leo shirt.
Yeah.
Leo shirt or like that. And they'd be like, basically, she'll probably say no again. So then your highest offer might be, I'm gonna go 80. I'm gonna go Basher.
Oh, okay, numbers. Come in here with numbers.
Basher. And they tell you no. So if you can only go to 80 and it's still telling you no, walk away. Be like, okay, it's okay. I ain't got it. So then by 5 minutes later, she'll consult her other Chinese friend and they'll talk. And the one Chinese friend would tell her like, girl, you don't even need that money. I'm just saying, I think that's what they were talking about. So then she's like, you might as well, like, you ain't gonna get nobody else to spend it. Chinese people don't buy this stuff for real. Like, they're American, like, give it to them.
Yeah.
So she'll catch you. She's like, okay, come back. She'll be like, 80, best offer. I'm like, yes, I can give you 80. She was like, okay. With like, we good. So then they'll wrap it up. He's like, thank you so much. And then the other lady, she'll be like, now come to my store. She's like, no, she took all my money. Like,
yeah. This is another thing. Well, if they know you're American, automatically they think you got money. They think you're American. Little they know, we're a college student. We don't have any money.
I was rich over there, but I was poor.
No, they think when you're American, you have money. So they would try to hustle you and get you to pay the highest price. But once you learn the system, you're like, no, I'm not paying that. And I know that I can get the same thing because everybody sell the same exact thing. For different prices. So you will go one store, the luggage costs 300 RMB, in another store it's the same luggage for 150. So you just shop around.
Yeah.
Don't be no impulse buyer.
You have to buy it right then, because you're gonna find that thing every other corner on that street.
No impulse buyer in China. You have to shop around.
Right.
So don't buy because you see the thing is cute. Don't buy it. You might find it cheaper. I'm a real cheap person, so I like to shop around. So
I want your lowest bid. I'm telling norms over there. So collectivism. They're very like unified, harmony and all that stuff. They really do believe that. Late at night, I guess because it's so hot in daytime, at night that's when you'll see most of the people come out. You'll see couples holding hands.
They be doing a little dance.
Right, and they believe in after you eat, you got to take a walk.
So let's move on to food. So basically in China, I think it's essential for you to try different things. Okay, I'm not saying to go try no crazy things.
Like beetles.
But you should try different dishes so you can know. I think I tried a duck and rabbit. Duck was good.
Yeah.
My first time trying a duck,
I like
it was
roasted,
good.
Roasted duck, pretty good. Steamed, maybe not. I don't know. I thought that was the dog, but it's okay.
I honestly didn't see no dog there, so maybe Chinese
duck.
people.
I'm sorry.
Maybe people do eat dogs in China, but I didn't see any dogs.
And I think it's in the winter time, because they say that the belief is dogs make you warmer in the winter. So maybe it's just a different season that we wasn't there for.
Or maybe they're different part of China.
Right. So there's no.
And there's a thing called hot pot. That's the Chinese.
That's the Chongqing
dish.
Right. I forgot what
signature dish.
I forgot the real word for it, but like it's a delectable. Like
it's hot pot. It's basically a mix of everything.
And it's a melting pot.
Yeah.
But it's like this little plate, and it has different compartments, and it's called a hot pot because it's cooking, and there's 4 different sauces that goes.
Well, it could be more than one.
True.
But it's just a level of range of hotness.
It's not cold, mild, hot. It's hot, and hot. It'd be like stuff like maybe they give you a beef, meatball, tofu probably.
And you cook your own meat.
Vegetables, and you'll put it in the sauce that you want it and let it cook for a few minutes, and then you come out with the chopsticks and dish it out. Chopsticks, huh?
I'm terrible.
And then
at
they'll give you like a oil and a garlic, and you'll mix it up and eat it. It kind of reminds me like eating sushi, not sushi, well, sushi, but it kind of reminds me of like oysters when you have to, you know, put your lemon and your hot sauce and your crackers to put it all together. So thinking back, I kind of want to try hot pot again.
Yeah,
because it's just been so long. But,
yeah, I want that. You know what I want? The food I want is the one with the white rice, the one they used to always get. I think that would make me fat. You guys, I gained weight.
That was, let me tell you. So
I gained weight coming from China, trying to eat like Chinese people.
Let me tell you. What the truth is, I ate a lot of sweets in China. Like, we had a meal plan of 1,000 yen on it, which is like maybe 200. So the flex bucks and the calf. So I was buying a lot of stuff out of the.
Well, explain to them what a calf. Not everybody knows what's a calf.
Oh, canteen.
That's probably our
canteen is the word for the calf.
Basically, the cafeteria where you eat the food is shortening it for calf, and the flex buck is what a meal plan. So go ahead.
So our meal card had money on it, and we was able to swipe it in the cafes for certain things. But it was this one store on campus, we call it the mini Walmart, where we can go in there, buy anything, like anything at all. You can buy cigarettes, you can buy liquor. We bought wine coolers, like anything. So sometimes when we found that out, I was leaving there with like $92 worth of stuff. And that's why I ran out of flesh, but real easy. But I was eating cookies, strawberry Oreos, M&M, Chips Ahoy. We tried all different types of snacks.
Well,
like,
it wasn't the real. So a lot of stuff was like weird brand.
That was the real stuff. I don't know nothing else. But they had a lot of other snacks. Like, you'll find squid flavored chips,
grilled squid,
like
fried squid.
That right there is just like, whoa. But
that's one thing. That's what you give somebody who's black and wants to go to another country where majority of people aren't black, or even just a really, like, everybody in the country is like one race.
Right. I feel like I have an idea, but like I'm pretty sure your experience was different from mine. But I would say have tough skin. You gotta have heart, because it's not easy. Like, it's easy to want to go back home and be like, you know, this is not for me. Because I went through that. At first, I'm just like, I'm in another country. Like, what is culture shock? Like, I'm gonna be too excited to be worried about something. I got there, I'm just like, Lord, I wasn't prepared. So I'll say, do your research, like we said. Make sure you really understand what's in the diet, and try to basically, you gotta get yourself used to that, or wean off of it or whatever. Because like sugar and stuff, that it was like non-existent for it. I hope you eat a lot of chocolate and candy. I also would say be open. You can't be closed-minded. You have to and just embrace the situation, because if you're closed-minded, you're really gonna hate it, and you're not gonna take a lot what is given to you. And that's one thing I wish I would have been more open and just dove in instead of being more cautious. My last thing would be, you have to know how to get along with other people.
Yeah.
In a group, especially because it was 13 people in that program, and for the most part, like 10, 11 of us was like tight. Like, we was very close. We built a friendship. Like, we had memories. Like, we got to know each other for real. We knew everybody's personalities. Dudes that don't say slang.
And the alpha person,
right? Personality
type, pretty much.
Like, we really got to know each other, and it was like, maybe other people that was like really can't say one thing about them for real. You don't really know them for real.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say you have to learn how to get along with other people, because like,
that's what, yeah. Basically, my advice would pretty much be, is like what she said, piggyback on what she was saying, be open-minded. Like, you're in a different country. Don't go there with the same, like, for example, the United States mentality, and go to a different country and think that you're gonna think like, no, these people their culture is different. So be open to different culture and learn about, they will love you more once you feel like you learn about their culture. So be open-minded to their culture. Have fun. Like, you're in another country. Like, you don't get to experience this every single day. So have fun. And I want to say,
it's once in a lifetime.
Yeah, it's once in a lifetime for some people. Like, be open, love to travel, take lots of picture. If you're going to China specifically, like, you have to basically, like, do your research. I know I talk about this in the video before, like you have to do your research when you're going to China, only because like people act a certain way, especially because their government system is different. So you don't want to like insult nobody, you know, for asking them too much questions, or, you know, just basically you just got to do your research and be open to different things, try new food. I mean, like I said, I tried rabbit, like I don't, but I mean, I tried it, so be open. So
Right. It's easy, like, cause sometimes you gonna get offended by certain stuff. Like sometimes they don't know how to say thank you, excuse me, or you know,
aggressive, like
they don't really have the nicest manners of us, I guess, or whatever. So like you can't go there and be like, oh, whoop this girl butt.
You would go to jail.
I'm gonna cuss you out, cause they are very mild people. Like they don't really
They don't
get
cuss.
angry, or they cuss. We don't know the cuss word, but they're mild people. Like I said, we felt very safe there, that nobody's gonna really try and go out and harm you at all. So it's like you really have to basically, you gotta understand that it's like bigger than yourself. Like you have to take yourself out of the equation. It's not about you, and you got to know how to mesh well with other people and other things. Like you just have to be adaptable, because you can go to jail, or like they ain't gonna invite you back, or you want to leave a good impression on everybody. So just because if they put roach in front of you and you don't eat roach, don't be like, oh my god, y'all eat this, you know, just be like,
no thank you.
you know, they got little tables
They
that
say boucher.
well,
we out.
yeah,
I don't want.
So they had little tables, like, you know, you can pick and choose. It's a lot of food to go around. Like you don't have to, it's just a certain way you go about certain
Just
things.
have respect. What she was trying to say is just
respect.
have a respect, because their culture is different. So you would go there and they'll start touching your hair. You don't have to react like American person would be like, don't touch me, or like you don't have to say that. You can politely say, I don't understand, you know, don't, or thank you, you know, whatever. Just be respectful, because like I said, those people are really nice. I have not met any mean person, so they're really nice. So you just gotta be respectful
and just educate yourself, because,
and understand the culture.
Once you understand why they eat certain stuff or do certain things, hey, you might want to be like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense, I might try that. Like the whole walking 10 minutes or 15 minutes to get to my food, you know, that was like inconvenience, but then it's like, dang, they really do walk after they eat.
Keep your shape.
My mom would say you can't lay down when you eat, so it's just like, you know, that make a lot of sense. So, you know, you have to educate yourself on what's going on, because everybody has their reason for doing things. I mean, the American way isn't the only way. And we
Just pretty much
have to
overall
understand that.
have an open mind and have fun, study abroad, travel, do whatever you need to do, whatever the occasion is that you're going to China, just have fun, you know. Go to the Great Wall. I wish I would have went to the Great Wall, but I didn't get a chance to do that because we were in school, and the Great Wall was too far from where we was at, because we studied abroad, and we ain't had no money like that. So have fun, do what you wouldn't do in China, just do it there. Like, so yeah, that's what we would like to share. Thanks for watching my channel, and thanks Jazz for coming into my channel, and we get to be able to talk about our experiences in China. I would love to go back to China.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go back to Chongqing, but I mean, if I do, I've been there before, so it won't be as bad. But like, I definitely would try to go in a different place and get a different experience. But yeah, I would go.
I would definitely go back to China. I'm not gonna say I would. I'm definitely going back. Don't know when, but I will be back. So thanks for coming, and
You're welcome.
you
No
know,
problem.
doing
Thank
this
you guys
for
for
us.
listening.
Thank you. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, comment, and like. Why are you so awkward?
Do I just finish? Hello. I got awkward. Hello. Wait, do I look here?
You look here. Oh, okay. And this was to navigate, but you're supposed to look in so you can see what you look like.
Okay, so how do you suggest that we introduce ourselves?